Spokane Allergy and Asthma Clinic patients across the inland Northwest are now looking for a new provider after the clinic abruptly closed its doors. KREM 2's Christian Garza has been looking into why the clinic closed and what next steps patients can take.
A letter was emailed to patients as well as posted here on the door of the Allergy and Asthma Clinic. Now, the letter goes on to say that the clinic is heartbroken by this decision, and they also list where patients can continue to seek care.
I had an appointment with Dr. England.
The end of the 4th floor. Here in the Rock Point complex is now vacant. After the abrupt closing of the Spokane Allergy and Asthma Clinic, one of only a few clinics of its kind across the inland Northwest.
I put a lot of money into it to start, and now I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish.
Services patients like Diana Martin drive hours for every week.
I've been getting sicker lately.
Martin says she was here for a normal appointment just 2 days ago, and when she walked in for her follow-up today, she saw the permanent closure notice.
Could it have been notified, in time that we'll be closing and here's your shifting versus boom, we're closed.
But Martin wasn't the only one left in shock.
Just the immediate, rock in your stomach.
Shannon Callant and Mary Murphy say they have been coming here for years. Now they say they have to start back at square one just months away from peak allergy season.
Getting established with a new clinic is always really hard.
I'm concerned about my regular checkups because they're constantly monitoring me.
The letter ends by saying patients can come by the clinic one last time next week to pick up their extracts or injectable serums. The scheduled days will correlate with the patient's last name. A nurse I spoke to, who was also a patient here with the clinic, says there are dangers to giving full serums to patients directly. She says for those who come by to get them next week, get the serums in a refrigerator with the correct temperature provided by the clinic so they can stay stable. Find a provider who can administer as soon as possible so you don't fall behind. And finally, because of how dangerous it can be, do not do these injections by yourself. Multiple patients came by the clinic today, all with the same question.
Why?
The clinic provided how patients can get their medical records. They have to go to a website called Desert River Solutions. However, patients say they are upset with this process because on top of the money they paid for the medication itself, now they also have to pay $25 just to get their records. Now, of course, we have all that information and that letter up on our website, krem.com. In Spokane, Christian Garza, KREM 2 News.